What's the one piece of career advice you wish someone had given you when you were starting out?
Yeah, that's a good question. I always wished I had received one when I started my career. I do remember during my early days, it was mostly about, being new in the environment, learning new stuff, trying to build my skills in what I had a handle about, and was also looking to learn capability through more of iterative, sequence of the work that I used to do. Because most of us, if you look at it, when we start early, we are usually at a state where you're not conscious about how to do things and are mostly at the beginning state where we try to build our competence within the work that we are in. And usually it's that state which we start with. What worked for me during those initial stages was, I made an attempt to meet a lot of new people, created a lot of new associations with them, tried out new stuffs irrespective of the fear to fail, because I was really fortunate, I should say, because even though when I had made errors, I had the opportunity to learn from those, build my capability and improve my competence around it. So importantly, what I also did is when I had a chance is I would, like I said, I used to go back and take sessions back to my own associates so that way I was able to lend my skills to others when they need it. So it's not like a situation where you're stuck and then you're not able to move. So even if you learn, you're also giving it back to the community so that no one else actually can repeat the same kind of scenario there. So that really helped. And most importantly, during this process, what I did is collaborating with a lot of people, understanding in terms of where my skills was helping, what kind of capability I was holding, how the performance was, going on. So more around, getting more feedbacks, which really helped to shape up my thinking and the learning curve that I had.
Can you share a pivotal moment in your career journey that made a significant impact?
It really kind of, brings me back to the past actually. But yeah, there have been several ones, I would say. But the one that really hit me is, the one when I was involved a few years back in the same organization where I'm in today. And I was given an opportunity to lead and develop a cloud practice within the region. It was about making that function a more true technology leader and guiding, helping customers where they are at different stages of their journey to the cloud, and how do you kind of, help them, guide them and coach them through that transformation. I still remember those early days when, I was asked to devise a strategy of, give me a wish list of customers whom you want to go behind. What are the kind of offering can you kind of, build? How do you kind of, make the clients realize what value they get from the offering? And how do you kind of, build a class team which can actually deliver this? So this is more like an entrepreneurial skill. And something new for me when I kind of started with this, right? But luckily, I wasn't alone. So there was an entire set of associates who kind of helped me part through this journey where, I used expertise around which were not complementing into my skill. Then I had to kind of look for associates who would actually kind of partner with me. We kind of thought through in terms of doing those brown bag sessions, brainstorming sessions, and then understand in terms of how do you devise their entire strategy around. So a few things that we brought in was, one is, how do you kind of, bring that knowledge? So you need to keep constantly learning. So that was one key thing that came with, so which really helped me to learn a lot of new technology skills. And through the process, it also helped me to understand two critical elements, which was about, how to win relationships, whether it's a customer or an associate. How do you kind of, convince them, look at in terms of what their needs are? How do you kind of, help them to move ahead in that? And then the important other thing was also is, through this process, I really kind of cherished is, how do you make the right decision at the right time? So these were the kind of learnings that actually kind of gave in, to build my entrepreneurial skill in this career.
How do you approach challenges and setbacks in your professional life, and what's your go-to strategy for overcoming them?
That's the most interesting question. I know everybody would have a unique journey around that itself. Yeah, but I had some unique moments as well in my professional life, because whether it is an individual as a career, because way back when I started, I was more of a messaging expert. Started with Lotus Notes as a career, and then I kind of moved into different set of roles. I've been into different leadership roles. I've actually kind of had a CTO stint as well prior to again coming back into this organization, and then picking up a completely a new capability to develop, where I'm heading a solutions team to develop generative AI capabilities around it. Honestly believed in one thing, that there's always a way forward irrespective of the situation you're stuck with. That's one thing that I've actually looked at, and this comes only with the sheer maturity you gain over a period of time spent in your professional space. I always realized that, we should understand what maybe the situations are. We are emotional beings and meant to be so. So there are moments when I myself had to step out, take a moment, get a breather, and recover from my thinking about what didn't go well and what was needed to regain back. An important fact in this process, you know what, I learned from the past doing. I would actually kind of keep a note of things that what did not go well and then try to course correct that as I move forward. So my one piece of advice is always to take that crucial moment when you're stuck, step out and look at it once again from the start, and then seek help. That's one thing that I always used to do. Actually, if things aren't in my expertise, what I do is to look for those who can complement in that area. So that way, what used to happen is there used to come a lot of thoughts that really helped me in different stages. And in fact, one of the things that I also did is through that channel, I created a lot of mentors and coaches who really do, have given their unduly time in terms of providing me support, coaching me, guiding me, shaping up my thinking, especially in this entire technology space. So that way, that has really made me a better individual, I would say, at this point.
Yeah.